Well, many international mining companies are leaving Burkina Faso. But why is that? Burkina Faso has introduced new mining codes in the country that seem not to be very attractive to international companies that have been taking advantage of the African country in West Africa in mining gold. In the latest review of these mining codes of Burkina Faso, President Ibrahim Traore has mandated that all companies that are working in Burkina Faso must at least give 30% of their profits to the government of the day, as well as this money will be used by the Burkina Faso government to give services to the Burkinabes. And that is not all. The government is looking forward to increase that particular stake to 60%. The local companies in Burkina Faso are being boosted by the government of the day to take over from these companies that are leaving the country. Well, in this video, I'm going to tell you about these specific companies and the latest company that is now leaving Burkina Faso because of these mining codes, as well as I'm going to tell you the economic goals that Burkina Faso is achieving and will be achieving by introducing these mining codes that are a first to African countries. Well, this is Bonafide. If you haven't subscribed, kindly subscribe and hit that notification button so that when I release something new on Burkina Faso and Ibrahim Traore, you get notified as soon as possible. You have been taking advantage of our kindness, and now we need more from what you're doing in our country. That is the tone that we are getting from the Burkina Faso government, headed by the President Ibrahim Traore, that the mining codes in Burkina Faso have changed and companies have to adapt. And if companies cannot adapt, then they will have to leave the country to go elsewhere, to work elsewhere. This is the fate that has faced Fortuna, a Canadian company that was mining in Burkina Faso that has now sold its stake of the mining that it was participating in Burkina Faso to a local investor that has since bought the mining credentials to continue to work in Burkina Faso. This is not the only company that has left Burkina Faso recently because of the changed mining codes. Several companies have left and others have given signals to leave the country because of the new mining codes that have been introduced by Burkina Faso. But what are these new mining codes and why are these international companies leaving Burkina Faso, opting to go and maybe participate in mining in other countries? Burkina Faso has introduced very drastic measures in terms of mining in Burkina Faso. The country has a lot of wealth in terms of gold deposits in the country. And this has been the source of fighting in the country. You know, the jihadists that are in the country, destabilizing different operations, more so near mining centers in Burkina Faso because of this precious metal that is found in plenty in West Africa. France has been in Burkina Faso for quite some time right now. We're talking about decades, saying that they are assisting Burkina Faso to fight these insurgencies that are happening in the country, but they have not been successful, or as many would like to say, they have been mischievous in fighting these insurgencies in the country. And that is why Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger have took it upon themselves to change the laws of the country so that there can be African-led missions to fight the jihadists in the country. Since then, the French soldiers have been expelled from Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger, and they've said that they will work together to fight these jihadists and that the stake of the mining, the gold deposits that are in these countries will go to benefit the people of these countries. It is important to note that despite the riches that are existing in Burkina Faso, the country has for a long time been used at an advantage by these multinationals that have gone into the country. They have been exploiting the country. They have been taking these minerals and shipping them out to go and process in other countries to help them while they are not helping the country of origin, that is Burkina Faso. Currently, as data will show you, 40% of Burkinabes are living below the poverty line. That means that almost half of the country is below the poverty line. The economy of the country has not been doing well. And these are the measures that the President Ibrahim Traore has been out, saying that France has been here. You've not been helping us to fight these insurgencies because we want some peace, some calm in the country so that we can mine these precious metals and they will assist our nationals. But that has not been happening in one way or another. French, a developed country that has the best of the very best in terms of military capability, has been incapacitated or unable to fight these small insurgencies that are in this country. Well, that raised many questions as to how that can happen because of the technology that exists in France. So many have been saying that there are some instances where these Western countries have been colluding with some other parties so that there can be instability in these countries so that the multinationals can take advantage of these gold deposits that are found, be it in DRC Congo, be it in Burkina Faso, be it in Mali or Niger. The same script has been played over and over again. French troops in the country to assist the government to fight the insurgencies, while these wars have not been ending decade after decade. This is the reason as to why Burkina Faso has sought to introduce these new mining codes so that there can be development that will be gotten from the mining that takes place in the country. Well, the exit of Fortuna, a Canadian company, and the sale of Yaramoko gold mine to a private local company for a $130 million sale is a testament of the policies that are new in West Africa, the changing landscape in terms of mining that has been introduced by the Burkina Faso leader Ibrahim Traore, as well as the same instances are being felt in Niger and Mali. These three countries that make the alliance of Sahel states have introduced the new mining codes to give more power to the state so that these minerals can assist the public of these three states. And of course, the differences that are now felt in West Africa in terms of these mining codes. These huge corporations are now leaving the country, or they have a reduced profit in terms of the government of the day now taking a larger share than it was taking before. It means that many leaders of these corporates are now infuriated. That is why you are seeing the instability in terms of the governments that are being led by these military leaders in West Africa. You can see that they are trying as much as possible to depose these leaders. Ibrahim Traore being a good example, he has gone over 19 attempts on his life just because he's trying to defend the people of his country, to increase these mining codes so that more can be given to the public, the people who own the land, the people whose minerals belong to should get the lion's share of these minerals before they leave the country to go to benefit other countries. These are the reasons as to why you are finding that there are nations that are colluding with these corporates so that they can destabilize the nation and they can get back the lion's share of what is happening in Burkina Faso. But Ibrahim Traore has been very adamant that that will not happen as long as he is the president of Burkina Faso. The mining codes in Burkina Faso stipulate that right now 30% will go to the state, and by 2026, 60% will go to the state in mining, in any mining that will take place in Burkina Faso. Well, I will keep you updated of the latest of what is happening in Burkina Faso and Ibrahim Traore. Keep it bona fide.